And now shifting our focus to the Modi-Bibi bonhomie that was on full display in Tel Aviv yesterday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a rousing welcome at Israel's parliament, the Knesset, just hours after his arrival in Israel for a two-day visit. This was the first ever address by an Indian Prime Minister at the Israeli parliament. Chants of Modi, Modi echoed through the Knesset as he arrived alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Knesset Speaker Amir Ohana welcomed him in Hindi, calling him one of the defining statements of our times. Prime Minister Modi held a private meeting with Netanyahu soon after landing at the international airport in Tel Aviv. The two leaders discussed ways to strengthen bilateral ties, focusing on technology, water management, agriculture and regional developments. In his welcome address at the Knesset, Netanyahu described Modi as a great friend, highlighting the close personal bond between them.
You know, heads of state, prime ministers, they come to the Knesset, we greet them warmly, and it's always an exciting moment. For all of us, and for me too. But I have to tell you, Narendra, my dear friend, I am deeply, deeply moved by your visit here today, because I have to be diplomatic. I will not rank it, because I'll get into trouble. But I've never been more moved than by your visit here with us, a great friend of Israel, a great champion of the Indian-Israeli alliance, and a great leader on the world stage. Welcome to Jerusalem, my dear friend, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and your distinguished delegation. Welcome to Jerusalem. Now, I said, Narendra, my dear friend, these are not just words. I would almost venture to say, more than a friend, a brother. In many ways, brothers.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu recalled Prime Minister Narendra Modi's previous visit to Israel's Mediterranean coast, saying that while they may not have walked on water, the two countries have performed miracles since then. Netanyahu said that bilateral ties have strengthened significantly, with trade doubling, cooperation tripling, and mutual understanding quadrupling over the years.
A wondrous friendship, both personally, between the two of us, and between our two countries and our two peoples. India is a gigantic power of almost 1.5 billion people. Israel is somewhat smaller, somewhat. But Israel is gigantic too. It's a gigantic power, gigantic in spirit, gigantic indeed, capable of performing miracles. And I want to say that the alliance between us is an enormous multiplier of our individual powers. Enormous multiplier. It's a multiplier of the spirit and a multiplier of deeds and capabilities. We are two ancient civilizations going back thousands of years. And if you look at where human civilization developed on the planet, it developed in a few places. And chief among them, the Indus Valley and the Jordan Valley. These are the places where enormous things developed, enormous spiritual things, conceptual things, matters of the heart, matters of the mind, matters of morality. We're two ancient civilizations, and we had to go through the voyage of time, the odyssey of time, with so many from British rule, almost 80 years, almost at the same time, achieved our independence. We share so many common interests. We're two democracies. You're a gigantic democracy, but Israel is also. Think about what we had to do, what we had to go through, and how we maintained our democracy against challenges that I believe few countries, if any, have faced. We are now deepening our deep bond.
Addressing the Knesset, Prime Minister Modi called it a privilege and honor to stand before the distinguished House and added that he spoke not only as India's Prime Minister but as a representative of one ancient civilization addressing another. Prime Minister Narendra Modi took a firm stand against extremism, declaring that no cause can ever justify the killing of innocent lives and that nothing can excuse terrorism. Drawing parallels with India's own painful history, he recalled the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks where innocent lives were lost, including Israeli citizens. Modi said that India remembers the tragedies and stands united in grief and resolve. He reaffirmed that India follows a consistent and uncompromising policy of zero tolerance towards terrorism with no double standards.
Honorable members, I also carry with me the deepest condolences of the people of India for every life lost and for every family whose world was shattered in the barbaric terrorist attack by Hamas on October 7. We feel your pain. We share your grief. India stands with Israel firmly, with full conviction in this moment and beyond. No cause can justify the murder of civilians. Nothing can justify terrorism. India has also endured the pain of terrorism for a long time. We remember the 26/11 Mumbai attacks and the innocent lives lost, including Israeli citizens. Like you, we have consistent and uncompromising policy of zero tolerance for terrorism with no double standards. Terrorism aims to destabilize societies, to block development, and to erode trust. Countering terrorism requires sustained and coordinated global action because terror anywhere threatens peace everywhere. That is why India supports all efforts that contribute to durable peace and regional stability. Some years ago, when you concluded the Abraham Accords, we applauded your courage and vision. It was a moment of new hope for a long troubled region. Since then, the situation has changed significantly. The path is even more challenging. Yet, it is important to sustain that hope.
PM Modi heaped praise on Israeli industries for their stellar work in agriculture and high-tech industries, calling Israel a powerhouse of technology. Modi called for more partnerships between the two nations that will benefit all stakeholders.
Honorable members, I mentioned how inspiring we found Israel's agricultural miracle in desert. Israeli expertise in precision irrigation and water management has already transformed agricultural practices in India. Together, we have established 43 centers of excellence across India that have provided training to more than 500,000 farmers. We should now set an ambitious goal to expanding to 100 centers to benefit millions of farmers and fishermen. Israel is often called the startup nation. In recent years, we have also been working to unlock the innovation and creativity of our youth. I recall that in 2018, Prime Minister Netanyahu and I inaugurated the I Create Technology Business Incubator in India. Since then, it has supported nearly 900 such startups. Last week, we hosted the world's largest and the most democratized AI Impact Summit with representatives from over 100 countries. Our aspirational spirit aligns naturally with Israel's innovation ecosystem. I see a lot of synergies in areas such as quantum technologies, semiconductors, and artificial intelligence. We are also working with Israel on creating cross-border financial linkages using our digital public infrastructure.
PM Modi also highlighted the crucial partnership in defense that has been the cornerstone of bilateral ties, called the defense and security a key pillar of India-Israel relationship. Israel Parliament conferred Speaker of the Knesset Medal upon the Prime Minister Modi after his address. The medal was given in recognition of PM Modi's exceptional contribution to strengthen strategic relations between India and Israel.
קהל נכבד, אנא יישארו במקומותיכם עד ליציאת הפמליה ממשכן הכנסת.